This is Girl with a Tail. Welcome to my first ever online tarot reading about who your future spouse will be. I've put crystals on top of the 5 piles. They're kind of in a strange order. So this is actually pile number 1, green malachite. Pile number 2, Angelite. Pile number 3, rose quartz. Pile number 4, Amethyst. And pile number 5, blue Goldstone. And well, this bracelet that I'm wearing here is actually red Goldstone. I absolutely love Goldstone. It shines so brightly. I hope that doesn't influence what pile you choose. Just choose the pile that resonates with you the most, that's calling to you the most. So let's begin. But before we begin, let me just say that these cards are to help me get an idea of the personality. The pink cards, they're based on the cloud cards from Sakura Card Captors, which is like an anime. These are actually the pink cards, not tarot cards. These are tarot cards, and these are oracle cards. Okay, so let's start with group 1, the green malachite. So this is the stone. So the cloud cards, you got the flower, the illusion, and the light. So right off, I'm getting that this person they seem like too good to be true almost. Their personality is so sweet, innocent, delicate, like a flower, and it seems like it can't be real, because like an illusion, because no one could be that sweet, but it is real, because this really is a light-hearted, pure-hearted person. Like, it'll seem too good to be true, but it really isn't. It is actually this sweet of a person. These people do exist. So that's good. That's a great start. Group number 1. For your tarot cards, you have the Page of Swords, Strength, and King of Cups. So this person, I'm getting, like, of course this could describe a woman as well, but these cards remind me of like a traditional masculine sort of persona, someone that is very physically impressive, someone that is strong both mentally, physically, emotionally, kind of like a rock to lean on. So there's 2 sides to them. On one hand, they're sweet and flowery. This may be how they treat you, the delicate side of things. Like, maybe they're very careful with you, and you bring out that inner sweet side, and then to the world they present this strong persona. So, especially with the Page of Swords, I'm getting that this person's very ambitious. They're always looking for new things, new experiences. They're like an action-oriented type of person. With the King of Cups, here, I'm getting that this person is a fair, balanced person. They are compassionate, and yet there's just something regal about them. You can really count on this person. I'm so sorry for all that noise. the cards outside. And then the oracle card that you got, this is such a lovely deck, is free from judgment, free to love. So this tells me that group number 1, green malachite, you have felt judged in the past. Maybe you see yourself as kind of an outsider. Maybe you feel unlovable for some reason, but you are not. Look, this amazing person, and not that you need an amazing person to validate you, but look, this amazing person is eager to be with you and to build with you. And once you free yourself from your own inner critic, then you will truly be free to love, because we might have escaped our outer critics, whether that's our family, friends, just critical people that we come across, toxic people from the past. But until we, destroy the enemy within, we will still be held back. So you must quiet that inner voice that says you're not good enough. You must stop judging yourself so harshly, so that you can be free to love this person, to not second guess, oh, why is this person? Sometimes we self-sabotage. We're like a self-fulfilling prophecy. We think, no way someone this wonderful could like me. And because we have that mindset, almost like law of attraction, things fall apart because we're expecting it to. I also love how this card is like green, and it just so happened to come out with the green malachite. It's giving me a lot of like earth energy, which just goes so well with the fact that this person is just so grounded and strong. So I'm getting a lot of earth energy here. And then again, flowers, lights, everything you need to grow something. A lot of just earth energy here, very positive energy here for you, group number 1. So I hope you're able to release that inner critic and connect with this person. I also feel that this person may be coming quickly into your life because of the Page of Swords, which seems like a quickly progressing sort of thing. I don't think you'll be waiting on this person to make a move and wondering. I think they're going to be pretty forthcoming when you come across them. You won't be confused as to if they like you or not. As long as you don't be so hard on yourself and you like you, then you won't be confused. So let's move on to group number 2, which is Angelite, right? So the personality cards that we're using, kind of thing, I'm just using them as that. They're not really for that, but they work well. The Arrow, the Libra, the Mist. So with the Arrow card, I'm getting that this person is a straight shooter. They're blunt. They'll tell you like it is. They're not gonna beat around the bush about who they are and what they want. It's going to be, obvious, right? It's gonna be obvious that they're interested in you. Kind of similar to group 1, actually. You might have felt drawn to both those 2 piles, actually. And then with the Libra, Libras are cooperative, they're fair-minded, they're social. So again, this person, I'm getting more of an extrovert vibe than I did for group number 1. So this person is just, it is what it is. They're a straight shooter. They see the targets and they launch forth to the target to meet their goal. But then with the Mist, this is very interesting because it feels like there's another side of their personality that's shrouded, that's mysterious. Like they're presenting this blunt kind of way of doing things, but social, extroverted. But maybe they also have, as everyone does, another side, quiet, more intuitive, withdrawn. side to them as well. So let's look at the tarot and see. So here we have the Seven of Swords, which kind of reminds me of like the sneakiness of the mist. So I don't want you to be alarmed, but just be careful with this energy here. We also have the Tower, which can sometimes mean destruction, but then we have Justice. So even if this person may seem to have like a shady side to them, yeah, on one hand they're like a straight shooter, but then on the other hand you catch them like having just like secrets that are unnecessary, not anything huge, but just some things like, you know, lying by omission, that kind of thing, and a sneaky kind of vibe. Just know that the final tarot card here is Justice. So no matter what it is, what is fair will come to pass. You don't have, and also Libras are very fair, so you don't have, the person can even be a Libra, or you could be a Libra, that could be your energy. Maybe in the past you were tricked, you were fooled, and now with the arrow you're looking for this straight shooter, blunt person. So I'm getting that for some of you, but for others I'm getting that this person that you might marry may have a few secrets that need to come out of the mist into the light. But when they do, you're going to feel that justice is served. You're not going to feel wronged or slighted. At the end of the day, you're going to feel like, again, sorry for the noise, you're going to feel that what transpired was fair, was just, was, I think the situation will turn out in your favor. I also kind of see this person turning over a new leaf with you. Perhaps they were this sneaky, shady person in the past, but with you, they want very much to uphold this good character because they see you as this target that they want to hit. That sounds so odd, but you know what I mean. They see you as this person is going to be great for me, and I need to find a way to clear up all this mist and to kind of overcome the past failures so that I can give them like the future they really deserve. So there's going to be some work to do there. So just remember communication, honesty. Even if someone's being shady with you, there's no reason to be shady back. You might as well uphold, you know, who you are if you're a person that's honest. I feel like your energy will continue to be good and things would work out in your favor. And this person may even turn over a new leaf just to feel that they're worthy of you. So the oracle card is follow your own rhythm. So that kind of goes with everything else, meaning like if you feel like something shady is going on, don't become that. Don't become that energy. Stay in your fair, upstanding kind of energy, and then everything is going to work out. That's what I'm seeing here, that if you uphold your values, things will work out nicely, even though there are some cards here that might be worrying. Remember, a relationship transpires over several years, so, and especially one that's long-term like a marriage, so this may be at the beginning, but the ending is sweet, and it's all dependent on you kind of dancing to the beat of your own drum and not being led astray just because suspicious things may be happening around you. And I think you would kind of lead by example and may actually show this person what love is really supposed to be like. With the first group, I got like that person, that spouse, was showing the people in that group, you know, like how to love, like, and how to love themselves. With this group, I'm getting kind of the opposite. It's you who are picking this card. It's you who's seeking out this tarot reading that's kind of showing them how to love. So the first group, I got a more passive vibe from the person picking that, and the spouse was the more active one. And then this group, I'm getting a more passive vibe from the spouse, and no, yes, a more passive vibe from the spouse, and you're more active, taking the lead, showing them how love can really be. And you see how she looks, it's so entrancing. Like, they're entranced by you, and they want to be this new upstanding person to kind of like woo you and show you all that they could become, regardless of what their past might have been like. So be careful not to hold too many rumors and drama and things you might hear from the past against them. Remember that people are so different at different points in their life, and they react differently to different people. So they may have been that in another relationship, but they may not be that with you. Of course, if there's like a clear pattern, be careful, don't pull the wool over your eyes. But just know that with maturity, people actually do change if they want to, not if you want them to. If they want to, but they can be positively influenced by your example. They won't be, you know, you can't just make them change, but you can be that positive influence. So that's what I'm getting for group number 2. So now I'm kind of expecting already Rose Quartz to kind of hit it out of the park in terms of the type of person that this is going to be representing, because Rose Quartz is really like the love crystal, so I'm expecting a lot. So you have the lock, the dark, and the sleep. So this is very interesting. It seems like this person is very closed off. So with the lock, it's almost like it's so interesting, because this is Rose Quartz, which is for the heart chakra, and then we immediately get the lock, which makes me think, oh, and the lock is also placed on the Ace of Hearts. It makes me think like this person has closed off their heart chakra. They're in this dark place right now. They've probably been hurt in the past. This is a wounded but lovely person. They've closed their heart chakra to protect themselves. And so it's kind of like they're in this state of slumber. They'll be like in this state of inactivity. I'm getting that your future spouse is someone who, when they start dating you, they would not have had a serious relationship in quite some time because of a very negative past experience. And that's going to be something you might have to work on with them. The tarot cards, I'm getting the Fool, very nice. The Queen of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. So the Fool is all about success by sheer coincidence, kind of like ignorance is bliss. Just, you kind of just fall upon success. Like, you just live life very lightheartedly, and then bam, you just get success. And I'm getting this energy as being them. They weren't really looking for love. Their heart was closed off. They were just in the dark when it comes to relationships. They were like as if they were asleep when it comes to love. kind of shut down. But because they have like such a positive inner energy, they unintentionally manifested you into their life with their own kind of share, almost foolish luck. Not that I'm calling anyone foolish, but you know what I mean. Some people just naturally are very lucky because of their thoughts that they have. They just tend to manifest great things quicker and in a greater magnitude because they have these thoughts that are of a high vibration, like a loving high vibration. Even though they may have been through a lot, they pepper all of their thoughts with love, and maybe they're kind of seeing the world through these rose tinted glasses, and that's how they got hurt in the first place. But if it's one thing, they didn't really lose that ability. They got out of the dating game for a while, but they didn't really lose that ability to kind of see everything through rose tinted glasses, and that's how they kind of stumbled upon you. I'm feeling that the Queen of Cups energy in this is, I'm feeling that the Fool is them, right? But the Queen of Cups is you. Like, this is your energy, actually. This is what I'm thinking. You are a compassionate and caring person. You're very intuitive. You go with the flow of the universe, and you manifest things very consciously. You've consciously brought this person into your life, whereas they have unconsciously brought you into theirs. So in a weird way, I kind of love that match. I love the idea that someone's very deliberate. I feel like in a relationship, there's always that person that's like, I have our passports, I have our itinerary, I have everything we have to do. That's Queen of Cups. And then there's a person that's just like, yay, we're going on a trip. You actually kind of suit each other in a strange way. This person helps you to relax, and you help them to plan and put some structure in their life, whereas they help you to unwind. It's a nice balance there. But we also have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. So this card can sometimes mean that you've lost faith in just everything in life. But don't worry, because this is what happened in the past to them, to this light-hearted, sweet person. Because of being hurt, like I was talking about in the past, they closed off their heart chakra. They were like Sleeping Beauty, sleeping for 100 years, waiting for a prince, or maybe they're sleeping handsome, waiting for a princess, or whatever your dynamic is. And that's how they used to feel. But then you come in and you bring so much structure to their life, and you match their energy quite well. So this is a positive thing for me, this card, because this already happened and it's going to be overcome in this relationship, which is, I think, is very sweet. And the Oracle card. Oh my gosh, you got the one. You got the, see, this is the one chosen for the back of the deck, and you got this one that's nice. Beyond the mind, the heartbeat. So again, this goes so well with the Fool and the Queen of Cups, because you are the more structured person. But here's this person, your spouse, reminding you that beyond the cerebral, intellectual side of things, you have a heart, like heart chakra, heart stone, heart crystal. Like, don't forget to bring your heart into things. Don't forget to not be so afraid to love. I feel like this is so beautiful because you're both teaching each other different aspects of love. I really like this one. I knew Rose Quartz wouldn't let me down. I really like this one. None of the crystals let me down, but I just really like this one. You guys really, this is a relationship where you learn so much. You're really teaching each other about what love means. It's very harmonious. It's just that there's some hurt that your spouse has to overcome, where they thought they lost all faith, but then they realized that here you are bringing exactly what they need, you know? And this person, I feel like they really look at you as like this authoritative kind of figure, not in a weird, creepy way that's too much for a relationship, but they just see you as wise, and they trust you. They trust your judgment. They also see how compassionate you are, how empathetic you are, and that lock is opened. Like, you are the key to that lock. So, but with this reading, I'm also getting that this is a more slowly progressing relationship than the others. The others seem like kablam, like they just, you meet and that's it, but you're just ready to see how things goes. With this one, I'm getting like it's kind of like slowly developing over the course of maybe a few years, like maybe 2-3 years of like growing deeper and deeper in love, and this person crawling out of this dark place and seeing how amazing you are, and teaching you to also, you know, remember to put your heart into things, and remember how enduring love can be. So that's group number 3. Group number 4 is the Amethyst. Again, such a beautiful stone. The Sakura cards are the change, the sand, the time. I'm so sorry if you're hearing all those weird noises that are coming from the room. Okay, so let me just start with these. So the change, I feel like you're going to meet this person after you have undergone some kind of great transformation, and because you've, whether that's healthy eating or, you know, you just achieve something like a degree, or you just, or the opposite, like you went from having this particular job to just quitting and now you're unemployed. Like there's some big life change going on, and because of that big life change, you manifest this person, like kind of like divine timing. And with the sand, you know, I'm getting that this person, it's so interesting because it's the change, the sand, and the time. And you know, right here with the time, you're seeing the hourglass with sand sand and time. I feel like this relationship will stand the test of time. Like any transformation, any, you know, like through thick or thin, no matter what happens, because you met them at such a tumultuous period where you're going through all these changes, like this relationship knows how to endure anything, because sand is so firm because it's earth, but at the same time it's so malleable, it slips through everything. Like it has both of those great qualities. And with the time here, a time and sand just goes so well together. Like I just really feel like this is it. Like this is it, a long term. I don't want to say till death do us part because that sounds morbid, but till death do us part kind of relationship is what I'm getting. Because this person seems very steadfast as well, and very like meditative and intuitive, like, and it seems like their love for you has very little to do with like the physical aspect. Like they love this inner you. Like this is kind of like a chameleon here who changes his skin all different ways, but that's not what they love. They love this inner being. Like, they don't care what skin you're wearing. That sounds creepy, but they don't care how you know, different times in your life you may look different, act slightly different, but you're always still your same core self. So the tarot cards, we have the Five of Swords, then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like skill, and then we have the Four of Swords. So we have a lot of swords energy. So the Five of Swords tends to signify like defeat and self-sacrifice, self-sabotage, that kind of thing. But I feel like that was the change that was happening. Like, you were both overcoming these kinds of old bad behaviors, and you see right after it comes the skill card. This man, he's learning, it's like he's learning a better coping mechanism than the bad ones he had before. And ultimately you have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords really it's giving me this energy like a lot of meditation and contemplation went into going from this negative self-destructive behavior to this positive skill building kind of behavior. And again, this goes well with all the time cards, because I just feel like in this relationship, because it's so long, it's for the long haul, there's so much time for both of you to purge bad behavior and replace it with better skills and contemplate on it. This relationship seems very intellectual to me. Like, it doesn't really matter who looks like what. Not that you're not attracted to each other, but this relationship feels very intellectual. It feels like very cerebral kind of relationship. Like, you're very well matched with your minds. Like, this is a meeting of the mind. So if you're you know, you love to read, you love to learn, you're kind of a scholar, an academic, an intellectual, then it made so much sense for you to pick this stone. And also, sometimes people think of the amethyst as the stone of sobriety, I believe. So it goes so well with like getting rid of this destructive behavior and getting better coping mechanisms. Like, both of you are coming out of like this negative space and into this positive one, change, and you're kind of like doing it together. I wouldn't be surprised if you meet this person literally like in therapy, like they're waiting in the same office, doctor's office as you, or you meet them like in some kind of self-help group, or you meet them at any kind of positive thing, yoga, just some positive new change at a green market, something like that, where you've made some positive change for yourself, and then bam, you just meet this person who's also trying to make positive changes for themselves, and they just see you as like such a good influence. This is really like a meeting of the minds here. Like, they respect you so much for your intellect. Again, this like number 3 is like a slowly progressing union, whereas the first two were like bam bam, but the second two so far have been kind of slowly progressing. And then, so oh my gosh, so this one, 2 oracle cards came out. One was what you want wants you, and the other one was what is already with you. So this makes me think that this person is already right underneath your nose, like hiding right underneath your nose, which goes so well with standing the test of time. Maybe this is like your best friend that you've known for forever, and you haven't explored this side of the relationship. So just look, like these hands are opening and out fly these amazing butterflies. There's magic just in the regular, simple, everyday things, and this magical fairy tale love. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect, but they might already be right there under your nose and you're not seeing it yet. And when you go through this transformative period, this change, then you have the right mindset to be able to see who it is, what is already with you. Because you know, when you change your mindset, when you change the way you look at things, what you look at changes, that kind of thing. What you want wants you. So when you make that change, don't be afraid that you're not desired by this person, because you are very much so. Even though it's more of a meeting of the minds, don't think that they're not interested in you. That's not the case. What you're drawn to is also drawn to you, especially if you've made like peace with your insecurities and whatnot. This person wants you just as badly as you want them, even if they may not show it in the traditional sense, because of the kind of like slow moving, pensive sort of person that they are. So you're gonna have to be on the lookout for those feelings, you know? Okay, so fifth final group, blue Goldstone, so pretty. I don't know if you can see how shiny it is. Shine. Okay. And this is like the red Goldstone on my wrist. Okay, so you have the dream, gorgeous, the fiery, the move. Okay, so this is the total opposite of the last slow moving, slow burn kind of pile. This person is like your dream come true. This is your dream person, very physically appealing. This is more physical kind of thing. They're just drop dead gorgeous. This is like, wow. And fiery, you're just like on fire with passion for them. So be careful with that, because you know, you do want to get to know them, like who they really are on the inside, but this is just like passion, attraction. The move makes me think that you literally could be moving, like you could move from one country to the next, from one city to the next, and then you come across this love at first sight kind of, wow, I can't believe this person just walked into my life. And again, the move, like things are going to move, progress very quickly with this person, like and they're that way too. They're very fiery, they're passionate, they have like this vibrant personality, more of an extrovert. They're very attracted to you as well, so don't get intimidated by how too good to be true they might seem. Okay, so you have the Hermit. This is you. You are the Hermit, not them. You are more of the introvert. Somehow introverts always end up with extroverts. They're the extrovert, fiery, and you are, I'm an introvert myself, so don't take that as a negative. It's such a beautiful thing. You are introverted, keep to yourself, you create your own energy, and sometimes you feel drained with too many social interactions, because you know, you make your own energy. And then look here, we have the Eight of Wands, which is sometimes like everything coming at you all at once, like bam, 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 the dream, the fiery, the move. This relationship is this is the fastest moving relationship of all five. And there is a reason why. The third card you got here is Three of Swords, but in reverse. So usually the Three of Swords denotes like betrayal, like there was a third party situation, someone was cheating, but not in this case. This is in reverse, and I'm sensing that this person is very loyal, faithful, fiery. They're only attracted to you, they only want you, they only desire you, and you're super attracted to that. And even though you're usually like introverted, pensive, like kind of slow to move on things, you're ready to just jump right in with them, because they are the opposite, the reverse of the relationship that you just got out of, which is like one where you were probably cheated on, or someone was unfaithful or shady towards you, or someone betrayed you. So now that you're sensing this energy where they're all about you, they're passionate about you, they're fiery about you, and they don't give that fire energy to anybody else, you don't have to share them. That's why you're all in. That's why you're jumping all in and you're making that move, because finally here's that loyal, passionate person you've been waiting for, and you don't want to waste any more time. Love this reading. The word wants to be written. So this is very consciously manifested on your part, again with the butterflies in here. If I were you, I would write down everything I want in a person and really meditate on it. I would write it in present tense. The universe wants you to write what you want to manifest down so that you can get clear about what you really want, and the universe can know too what it is you really want, because you currently in this place of like quiet withdrawal, and the universe wants to know, are you ready for this fiery, quick union? And by quick I mean like things progress quickly, not that things come to a halt. This is your spouse here, so this is gonna be long term. It's just that you're gonna go from strangers to spouses in record time. That's what I'm seeing here. Not that it's not going to be serious, it's just going to move really fast. But this is why you need to be ready, and this is why you need to be prepared, and why you need to write down what it is you really want and meditate on it, because once it comes, it's going to come so fast, so furious, that you may be a little alarmed, you may be a little shell-shocked. So you need to be clear on what it is that you want, so that when it does come, you can be ready for all that fire energy. So those are the 5 spouses. So let me know what you guys think. This is my first ever reading. If you have suggestions of what I should do next, let me know. I hope you enjoyed. Please do return. It's been a joy to read for you. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. The quality will get better. Today I'm just filming with an iPad, so it's not the best. The quality will get better. Thanks for joining me. Wish you guys all the best in your future marriages.